Nazar scores the first goal of the season. Swatted towards the net, blocked in front on the doorstep. Score! The Panthers answer, and it's the fourth line. Poking it home, A.J. Green.
Fourth line on the ice for the Kings. Armia scores! 3-1 Los Angeles.
Under control, buy some time and space, and Armia coming late. I think that goes right off the backside of him a lot.
Show about the Cord. His dad runs a goaltending camp in Boston. His dad, former head of the goaltending department. Oh boy!
Ducks get it back. McTavish with a nice backdoor pass, and it's the rookie Seneca in his first NHL game. Gudas angles it off the boards at center, finds McTavish. And this one trickles to Gauthier. He's got a little space, and he scores! Cutter Gauthier now does as Gauthier slides it across. Zellweger all the way around the zone, and a one-timer for McTavish. Loose rebound, they score!
Seneca.
Alexander Wenberg, drop pass, Eklund, one-timer in one motion, sticked away by Mrazek. Breakaway pass, knocked down. Here's Killorn in, and he scores! From Kreider, but he takes it off the boards. Granlund comes off the right boards. Kreider got it right to Terry. Big save, rebound, score, Chris Kreider. McTavish scores, long one-time shot.
It was tipped. I think it's Cutter Gauthier gets a stick
Gauthier
up.
in front with the redirect. Leo Carlsson, nice pass up the right side. Terry gets it to Kreider. Weak shot, rebound for Carlsson. Kreider scores! Anaheim is yet to possess the puck. Celebrini tries to put it through the feet of Carlsson. It's knocked away, and Granlund gives it to Leo. Into the zone he comes, he scores! Leo wins it in overtime! It looked like he had some net to shoot at, but he couldn't settle the puck. Granlund brings it to the top of the circle. Carlsson puts it right into the crease, and it's tipped in. Chris Kreider. In the final minute here, they're going to be outshot in the opening period for the first time this season. Mintyukov keeps one at the line. Great pass across. Gauthier scores! Killorn had trouble with a broken stick that's laying on the ice. Helleson winds and scores! Great traffic in front. And don't look now, but the Ducks have the lead. Tap back by Carlsson. He gets it back from Lacombe. Down low, walking in front. Terry sets it up. Kreider finishes it.
His first year in the American Hockey League. And you know, if you want to believe that's going to catch your attention.
Here's a 2-on-1, and Leo Carlsson scores!
If you could get out of there quick, now you can get your own forecheck going. Otherwise, you're just stuck in the mud.
Right off the face-off, Greer scored.
Gauthier now covering the point hard across. Trouba has room, leans in, big rebound. Carlsson scores!
There you go, simple play. Good play by Jacob Trouba.
And here come the Ducks 2-on-1. Gauthier, does he have enough in the tank? Takes the shot and scores! Always a good choice by Cutter. Ross Johnston crashes in, freeing it up for McTavish. Goes across, oh, and Saros cannot get across, and the Ducks score. Ross Johnston starts the play. Beckett Seneca with the finish. From Ross Johnston, who kicks it loose, in comes Ryan Poehling. Poehling tries to center, score! Redirected in front. Troy Terry makes it 5-2. To Granlund, who goes rink wide with it as he cross corner dumps it back to the right side. Nestorenko to Helleson, he activates. Drew Helleson throws it in front, and it's tipped in by Granlund.
Yeah, I don't know if Granlund touches it or if it goes in off McAvoy's skate.
Leo chases to the near corner, gets angled off, and Lacombe again activates up the right boards. Finds a man filling the slot. Cutter Gauthier, and he scores!
Wow.
Good job recovering the puck for the Ducks. Granlund, one-time shot pass, comes through the slot. Terry dangles once, then passes, and Granlund scores!
What a pretty play.
Wow, Troy Terry danced two different defenders. Bounces into the near circle. Nestorenko gets to it right in front. Score! Troy Terry! Now for Lindholm. And here's a great play by Granlund, who circles the defender, gets hooked, and puts it into the empty net.
Nice little pass to Cutter Gauthier. And trying to go high glove again.
Here's Ross Johnston, backhand pass across, and Poehling scores!
Beautiful.
Room through center for Leo Carlsson. dishes and drives to the net across to Gauthier. His shot bounces away, gets his own rebound off the side of the net, and Terry scores!
Malmsterainen shaking it off on the bench. Marchand, meanwhile, with a shot saved. Greer, the wraparound score! A.J. Greer!
Puck dumped in, and Anaheim comes away with it. Here comes Karlsson shorthanded. 2-on-2. He'll crisscross with Terry. Back to Karlsson, who scores!
What a nice play.
It was in the blue paint as he was turned around. Ducks get it back and score on the power play. Great pass by Jackson Lacombe, and Gauthier hammers it home.
Noel Edmondson to the puck. Corey Perry takes the body, but makes the play and gets it out. Here comes Malott into the zone. Top of the circle. Shot score! Jeff Malott, his second of the year.
18 goals in 18 games against the Ducks in his career. And here's a chance for Terry. He busts out shorthanded, and he's in. Score! Which included an appendectomy early in the season. He had illness issues. He had a hand problem. Was limited to just 29 games, and he's beaten here by Leo Carlsson. Takes it to the top of the right circle. Ever patient Jackson Lacombe. Karlsson to Gauthier. One-timer. Gibson, great save. And the rebound went in the net as Gibson knocked it off.
I think it's going to be interesting, John. They're going to take a look at this.
All will stay put. Around it comes into the middle of the ice, and a pass to Terry from Gauthier, and he'll bounce it into the empty net. Intercepted by Beckett Seneca. He flips it out of harm's way. It's picked up by Gauthier. Back for Seneca. Has to reach, and he scores! Oh! His last 3 games, including 2 shorties last night in L.A., and he'll move the puck up the middle. That's a penalty coming up to New Jersey. Never mind, the Ducks score. Frank Petrano. Nickname for Perry was Worm. When you say Slither, that comes to mind. Seneca to the line. Trouba shakes off a hit, gets it deep, and they score! Banged in from below the goal line by Cutter Gauthier. Luke Hughes doesn't get the shot through. Ducks able to get to the rebound, and it's feathered ahead. Skating towards it and getting to the empty net is Kreider, who puts it home. Jackson tied him up long enough to get some help, and Anaheim possesses the puck. Behind the defense, off the bench, Gauthier scores! And those 2 teams, the first 2 teams to lead the league in penalty minutes and win a cup since the 07 Anaheim Ducks. Here's Gauthier, one-timer, and he's got his second of the game. Poked away by Bobrovsky, good puck recovery. Lacombe dishes it off, score! A one-timer from the bottom of the circle is the first career hat trick for Cutter Gauthier. Here's Nestorenko now, knifing diagonally through the neutral zone, pulls up and just chips it deep. Gets it back as it comes up the board, scores! Kreider with the tip, it's 6-3. He curls to the corner and doesn't connect with him, and now the penalty clock down to just 10 seconds. Long lead pass to Kreider. He'll shoot and score! Nestorenko does a nice job batting down the pass at the blue line, and now Poehling turns on the Jets. Wide left side, right in front, and Ian Moore has his first National Hockey League goal.
Oh, what a play.
And Thomas Harley looks up ice for Dallas. Steele has it stolen by Killorn. Good job by Alex, and he finds Gauthier 2-on-1. He scores! Anaheim played their game in the second, and they're right back at it into the Dallas zone to begin the third. Score! Tipped in by Kreider. In the corner run and tried to bank it in off the headgear of Dostal. It goes across the zone, and Terry the other way shorthanded to Karlsson. Score! It moving back for Trouba. He looks around as he waits, throws it across the slot. It'll ricochet out to Zellweger. Tipped in!
Petrano.
And a nice defensive play there by Hanifin, who took it away. Leo stays with it, keeping it in the zone. Terry to Leo. He'll cut in, go back in, and score! Oh, how good was that? Kreider leaves it at center, trailing the play. Zellweger pulls it in over top of the net. Boy, the Ducks have started to play at their pace here in the second. Karlsson comes up with it. He scores again! Again, controlled by Anaheim. McTavish goes rink wide off the stick of Helleson. He'll get it back from Lacombe as he peruses his way around the zone. In front, Seneca scores! Gauthier comes off the half wall, right back for Jackson. Winds, fires, and it doesn't get there. Great pass by Terry! Karlsson with the finish! Scheifele gets it back. Gauthier frees it up, gets it back and shoots. Oh, the rebound for Seneca, who scores! And now Kreider gets it to him in the high slot. Kind of a high bumper position. Leo gets it from Kreider and he scores!
Jensen looks on, keeps it in. Montiel, a give and go on the backhand, they score! Make it 2-0 for the Ottawa Senators. Nick Jensen may have been the last one to touch it, his first of the season.
Under 2 minutes left in the period. Terry now to the outside. Leo Carlsson in back of the goal. Trouba activates. Carlsson scores! It's a putback for Leo Carlsson.
Partially disrupted by Trouba, kicked out by Dostal, and now poked out of the zone. Seneca at the end of the shift, 2-on-1, and Gauthier cleans it up. Settling things back down. Edvinsson to center, off the stick of Helleson. Jackson Lacombe storms into the Detroit zone. Little back pass, Kreider scores! Killorn into the Detroit zone, trying to self-pass it off the glass, in behind the net, chopped along. Ian Moore's open at the line, his wrist shot tipped on the way. Mikael Granlund
just scored his 8th goal of the season, gets it to the Panther line, no further. Here comes Bennett, speeding in, drop pass Verhaeghe for Greer, the shot, score! A.J. Greer!
Blocked in front, and the Ducks want to start back. Strome shovels it ahead. Killorn cuts back inside the line. Strome all alone to Lacombe, he scores! Keller breaks up a pass. Ducks can't get it out of the corner and get it to the net. Tripped up was Carlsson. Gauthier to the far post. Score! Troy Terry gets to the rebound with 4 seconds remaining. Gives it back to Kreider, and he's through center with speed. Terry ahead for Leo Carlsson. Peels off the half wall. Into the high slot. Moore scores! Trouba takes a look and quickly whips it ahead to Leo Carlsson. He'll find room on right wing. Into the middle for Gauthier. He misfires, gets it back, and it's slammed home by Seneca. Wow. Caught on the back check. His stick was hooked away by Hanifin. Still with it is Beckett. Seneca gives it to Lacombe, who scores on a one-timer. And then sends it back from where it came. Kreider off the boards. Nice pass ahead. Lacombe to Carlsson. 2-on-1. Passes it over. They score! Troy Terry, we're tied again. He's just run over along the boards by Dorofeev, and then, oh, it's turned over, they score! Everybody was looking at Dorofeev, and Cutter Gauthier wins the game!
Well, we'll see if the Panthers can get off to a nice quick start here. Nashville just 2 wins.
Greer scores! They do just that! 11 seconds into the game! A.J. Greer left it for Balinskis. Verhaeghe along the board, centers, Greer shoots, he scores again! It's a 2-goal night! A.J. Greer!
Into the Vancouver zone, kept at the point by Gauthier, gets it over, and Lacombe scores! Jackson Lacombe, remember he had that breakaway? He makes sure this time. Defensively speaking as well, part of the reason he won that award. 9 seconds of the power play. Zellweger shot his block, came to Carlsson, and a big rebound to Leo. His backhander scores! Both there, again, no goal stick for Tolopilo. Second time in the game he's lost it. Trouba's shot didn't get through. Kreider taps it over. Lacombe, one more pass. Tipped in by Gauthier. Puck goes behind the Los Angeles net, and Terry pursues. Gauthier along the wall keeps it alive. Carlsson back to Terry coming out of the corner. Right in front. Kreider scores!
I mean, he's such a big man. He's got a flat butterfly and tough to go.
Seneca finds a man in the slot. Mintyukov, he scores! And he loses a puck battle, then stays with it, poking it away from Kopitar. Lacombe goes down low. In front for Carlsson. He scores! Leo ties the game! After Brandon Blandina, Gord Dwyer, the linesmen are Steve Barton and Ryan Jackson. Ducks on a nice rush in, and they score! Cutter Gauthier with the fit. A good retreat by Gudas, who was there to cover up. Right back in come the Ducks here. Seneca dusts it off, shoots, and scores! Falk tries a long one, it went off a skate, and the Ducks able to clear. Racing after the loose puck, and taking the shot and scoring is Mintyukov. Ducks surround the puck, Terry from behind the net. finds Mintyukov across the top. Gudas takes a look, shot tipped in. Who else but Leo Carlson? He circles the net, they move it in front, and Buchnevich has it knocked off his stick. Leo Carlson makes a nice pass ahead. Here's Chris Kreider with an empty net, he scores!
Good pass by Carlson.
Don't even get a shot on goal during the 2-minute man advantage. Seneca drifts to the right boards with it, now drives to the corner, and behind it, a great centering pass. Gauthier scores! In the Nashville, Florida game, there's Seneca getting to a rebound, and he converts it this time. Gudas chases back in his own zone, goes ahead for Gauthier, protects the puck, backhand into the middle, Seneca. Seneca hangs onto it across the top of the slot, and he scores! Beckett Seneca, it's 3-0. This puck lobbed out of the zone. Killorn trying to get behind the defense, he scores! Short little pass, it's picked off by Terry, and he weaves his way through center with Kreider. Drop pass to Leo Carlson, and they scored! Did Terry get a piece of that?
I think it hit something.
Into the Chicago zone, Granlund is knocked down, puck kept alive, Lacombe moves it over, alone in front, Carlson for his second of the game. This coming Tuesday will be 2 weeks since Lucas Dostal suffered his injury. And the Ducks get one at last for Frank Petrano.
Yeah, you know.
The 29th of November, he lasted a little over 24 minutes in a 7-2 loss to Toronto, and he gives up a goal here as Lacombe from a terrible angle. This one from Terry to Carlson. Bouncing puck, Terry comes up with it, he'll walk in and shoot, he scores on the short side. Husso's on his way to the bench, off the glass and out. Seneca brings it into the Pittsburgh zone with 2 seconds left, tries to get it into the goal crease, he scored!
Took the stick out of the hands of Zellweger, play continues. Mayfield, look, now shoots, tip, wide, Mitchell, scores! One to remember for Travis Mitchell.
Can get something going here as Zellweger spins off the faceoff and plays it up the boards for Terry. Drops it off for Carlson. He scores! Wow. Leo Carlson! Duclair is passed to the middle, broken up, and chipped to open ice by Lacombe. Skating after it is Poehling. He's got a man with him. He slides it over. All alone, Terry, and he scores! Kept alive by Cody Glass. Drop pass for Brown, who lost an edge and the puck, and an outlet pass sends Troy Terry in, and he'll score!
What a pass.
Skating into it, short-handed is Poehling. Can he get to the front of the net? It stabs it in. Lacombe comes in late, got 3 cracks at it, and scores! Final seconds of the power play. Seneca snaps it over, and the Ducks score! Gauthier!
What a shot.
Hard around the boards, half a minute to go. Killorn digs it loose, gets it to Leo Carlson. He's got Cutter Gauthier streaking the other way, and he will walk it to the net. Back in net is Shesterkin as Poehling carries into the Ranger zone with only 5 seconds left. Makes a great pass across, and Mintyukov scores. And Matejchuk loses an edge and loses the puck. Now Petrano off to the races at the end of his shift, tries to find a trailing Granlund. He gets a shot away and he scores! Great job by Moore to keep it alive. Poehling back for Lacombe. Tries to turn with it, ends up in the corner, now behind the net. Scores! He banked it in off of Jeff Greaves. Well, you mentioned at the top of our broadcast, the best road team in the league are the Stars. As Gudas' shot kicked up and Poehling converts the rebound.
But with the goals pouring into their own net, I think it really, that part of their game got away from them.
McTavish with speed, and Seneca hammers it home. The trailer is Lacombe, his shot disrupted, and they score! DeSmith was unable to cover it up. Granlund was knocked down in front. And I don't know whose goal this is. Is this Mikael Granlund's goal?
It looked like Granlund got a...
Circles up high, turns, shot blocked away. Jones out in front. Boqvist shoots, score! Jesper Boqvist shot it in!
Might have gone off of Greer. Greer's camped right out. He might have got a piece of that. Oh, that's a stocking stuffer right there.
Olen Zellweger drawing back into the Anaheim lineup tonight after being a healthy scratch last night, and here he comes. Ducks 3-on-1. Zellweger makes the pass, and they score! Nice setup, and Granlund has goals in 3 straight. Gudas pinches. Now it's Granlund out of the corner. Here's a man coming off the point. Mintyukov scores! Pavel Mintyukov with 3:29 it back to Granlund. He'll take the shot blocker, save Grubauer. Ducks quickly get it back to the line. Trouba looking for a tip. He got it. They score. Granlund has tied the game. Go. Terry gets a touch, so no icing, and now Askarov again. Well, he's more than happy to do this. Turns it over, and Terry scores. DePaling chips it in for Terry. Troy curls on the left boards with it. Finds some space in the middle. Let it go. Score! Gauthier with the redirect in front. Puck swatted back, and now Gauthier on the rush. Pulls up on the right boards, finds a trailer. Minyakov, he scores! Now he'll walk it to the middle. Drop it back and get it back. His one-timer, a real rebound, and they score! McTavish with a wonderful pass, and Terry with the finish. Kreider gets it deep. Vasilevsky stops it, looks around, lets Chernak handle it. He's overrun. Seneca out of the corner. Scores!
Here's a chance for Pinto to skate in left side. Puts on the brakes. Here's the trailer. And Sanderson off the bar. Chance towards the goal. It's tipped in. The Sens get.
It's Nick Jensen just going to throw it towards the net. And he gets a favorable bounce off the left shin pad of Dylan Strome. And
Paul retreats to collect for Tampa. The forward deep to his own end and then turned over. Kings pick it up. Wrist shot, score! Jeff Malott off the turnover. Back in the.
Ducks win the draw and score right off the faceoff. Seneca brings it to the slot and fires it home.
The Wild are healthy. And none of their top players out of the lineup. Oh my, what a. Is that a goal? Yes, it is.
It is. Troy Terry able to finish it. Looked like Gus. Again, it's Gudas at the right point. Pops loose in the middle of the ice. Carlson kept it alive. Zellweger comes late. Zellweger, great cross-ice pass, and Kreider scores. 7:05 to go, second period. The Caps turn it over. Ross Johnston on the doorstep, and the Ducks score. Alex Killorn makes it 5. Can't find a shooting lane all the way to the far boards. Now back to Cutter Gauthier. His shot tipped on the way in the slot. Seneca scores!
Wow, what a shot.
Flubbed by Lacombe. Terry does well to keep it alive, and it is Gauthier who lets it go and scores! Cutter Gauthier on the power play. And Anaheim set up with under a minute to go on the power play. Terry in the left circle, into that bumper position, and they score! Killorn was ready, had it cocked, and fires in one motion. Nikolai Ehlers' pass to the line, tipped away, good read, and it's Gauthier into the Carolina zone. Drops it off for a trailing Kreider, over to Poehling one more time, and Poehling gets it back and scores! Ducks in the meantime, possible 2-on-1 rush. Oh my goodness, how did Granlund not score? Now he redirects it in at the far post. Moore turns with it as Zucker pressures him, and Leo Carlson with room through center. Across the line with Seneca. He'll shoot and score! Oh!
Bobrovsky blocks it over to Verhaeghe. Up ahead, Greer at center. This is Bennett. Greer's got it. Greer shoots, score! A.J. Greer from Tage Thompson, straight on, wrist shot high. Bounces out in front. Greer with the puck, over to Verhaeghe. And A.J. Greer with the net empty. Bingo!
Corey Severette will make the call. Delayed whistle. Seneca just wide. Gudas keeps the flow going. Granlund, Kreider, he scores! Turn it over. Granlund will dance. Wind a shot, tipped. Left and back of the goal. Seneca takes it out. He scores!
Fires a pass across. Shabbat looks, shoots. A right pass save from Jonathan Quick. Here's Ridley Gregg. Moves it back. A one-timer blast, and they score again! It ricochets into the net.
Keep it in the zone. They win a couple of battles, and it's simply Ridley Gregg around the wall, and just the shot to the net from Jensen. It's nothing special.
He felt the pressure coming, slowed down, and Doughty hit him, but he kept possession of the puck to the line. Trouba off the glove, rebound, score! Washi gets to it off the end boards and has his first National Hockey League goal.
Because he didn't realize there was back pressure when he had control of the puck in the dangerous area in front of his net.
Bennett comes right in front, they score! A.J. Greer!
It's picked up by, Fiala has his pocket picked from behind. What a play by Washi. With Seneca. Back come the Ducks and they score! Granlund wins it in overtime! Kreider trying to loosen it up. Killorn ties up Borgen. He falls to his knees. The puck comes all the way out high. Trouba hammers it. Rebound. Killorn scores. First minute of this third period.
Boy, the Rangers kind of sleeping to start. They're turning pucks over.
Helleson with a great keep into the slot. Score! Cutter Gauthier. Gavrikov. Cooley looking for a shot tip. It's intercepted by Lacombe. The Ducks through center. The open man on the near wing is Gauthier. He'll hit the empty net. He needs to continue to build on their defensive game if they are hoping to stay in this playoff picture. That sounds familiar. Now it's Gauthier who turns the corner on right wing and scores. Zellweger engages him physically. It's chipped ahead and off to the races goes Ryan Poehling shorthanded. He cuts to the front of the net and scores! Gauthier top of the circle, retreats out high. Lacombe winds and fires off the shoulder of Grubauer, batted back to the line. Gauthier's one-timer kicked out by Grubauer. Rebound, score! Chris Kreider and the Ducks have a 2-goal. Granlund ties up Stevenson from a prone position. He frees the puck up, and it's angled off the boards and into the empty net. Pavel Mintyukov. And the
21 record since returning to the lineup with Vegas. Now another shot from Jensen. Redirected. Cousins makes it 7 for Ottawa.
Also, go off Rasmus Anderson. No, sorry, that hits Noah Hannifin's stick.
Keeps it alive, and Killorn finds Granlund. Granlund dangles around Kadri. Got it in front. What a play! And Seneca with the finish. Frost's pass broken up at the blue line. Killorn with speed. Gives it to Granlund. Granlund brings it to the middle. Great pass. Seneca has his second of the night. And now Gauthier, nice long lead pass for Poehling. Over to Kreider who scores. What a look by Ryan. Knocked away from Sharangovich by Lacombe. 2-on-1. Seneca with Kreider. Seneca wins it. And he has his first career hat trick. Granlund there by Jari. Was deep in his crease, but a good stop. Ducks able to keep it in. Here's Kreider, gets it over to Granlund. He'll shoot, and he scored! Ducks with another face-off win, and Trouba moves it up the right side. Killorn sweeps it in. Colson got a bump. Oh, here's Killorn alone in front, and he scores! Moves it through. One-timer by Seneca, kicked out by Jari. Seneca with the keep. Across for Granlund. Granlund fires and scores again! Kyle gets it all the way through. Jackson Lacombe's pass intended for Seneca, tipped away. Seneca gets it back across to Granlund, dusts it off, fires, and scores!
A little bit flat-footed.
Ilmanis chips in, and Sandis goes in after the puck. Out in front, Greer deflected, and they score!
Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first. John Butchergross, Cassie Campbell-Pascal in Anaheim. Still waiting for the outdoor game in Tampa to end. Poehling across, it's in! Here's Troy Terry to Poehling. Mintyukov just wide. The defenseman in deep. Terry back to Jacob Trouba. Quick shot. Goal! Tipped in front by Chris Kreider. Falls down. Gets back up. Goes to the cone. The dangerous Gauthier. Shot! Goal! They've done that multiple times tonight. Empty net to put it away! Lacombe slips it down the wall, across the seam, it's Granlund, back to Lacombe, touch pass, turnaround bid, score! Cutter Gauthier! 4-on-4 to begin the period. There's also that 10-minute misconduct for Melanson. Here's Alex Killorn, he scores!
By Harkins. Back to the corner, Ross Johnston spilled, but the puck comes across the zone and it's wired in by Ian Moore. 2-on-2, the Ducks re-enter the Edmonton zone. Trailer coming late. McTavish couldn't get the shot away as Ekholm was able to come back. Now Jari in tight, makes the save, and the rebound is banged home by Cole. If only momentarily. Leo Carlson dishes into the slot, comes Trouba off his stick to escape, and the Ducks score. Boy, Trouba with a wonderful play to keep it alive. It's cleaned up by Leo Carlson. Beckett Seneca comes up with it as players all over the ice, embroiled in battles. Here comes Seneca, pulls it in and scores! Carlson pounces, circles the net, makes the pass. Kreider can't get the shot through. Leo to the far post. Gauthier scores! Cutter Gauthier! but it's knocked off his stick by Salomonson. He's roughed up in the corner by Lacombe, who gets it back now for Kreider on the right wing half wall. One-timer by Seneca. Big rebound for Lacombe. Score!
And Leo Carlson then bangs
to the right corner. Indirect off the boards back to Hellison, who dusts it off and returns the favor. Seneca shot. Got through. Fat rebound. Mintyukov ties the game. The Ducks full strength. Killorn headmans the puck out of the zone. And trying to split the D and coming in. Score! Oh! Ryan Poehling, what a play! Has Kreider with him, 2-on-1 the other way. Seneca toe drags to the slot. Gave it to Kreider, who taps it in for the overtime game winner. Little drop pass, and Carlson picks it up right through the slot, and his shot is blocked high in the air off of Weegar. Took a bite out of him, and they score! Cooley appeared to lose sight of it, and the Ducks storm the crease and tie the game. Hustling to the right point to keep it in is Lacombe. Gauthier out high for a turning Carlson. Down low Seneca, around, Gauthier scores! As Leo Carlson pulls it off the boards and motors the other way for Kreider, and that's kicked out by Wedgwood. Big rebound to Lacombe, pass across, and they score. What a pass by Lacombe! Gauthier makes it 2-1. Kreider across the line, nudges it ahead. Seneca will take it behind the net, makes the pass out in front, and they score! Who else? Cutter Gauthier. His shot goes wide as he was able to just pull away from Zellweger. All the way around to center. Kreider with a little touch. Gauthier, great pass. Score! Oh, Leo Carlson sets it. Killorn keeps it alive out high. Little shovel by Mintyukov. Moore just throws it into the traffic, and the Ducks score on the rebound. Seneca has made it 3-1. He told me he just got his head up in time. He fractured his shoulder. Puck all alone in front, and Ryan Poehling scores. And Pajot hands it off. Barzal fresh off the bench ahead to Palat. Turned away at the blue line. Petrano measures it and fires it into the empty net. Michael Matheson, but the Ducks regain possession. Lacombe. Back across for Gauthier, and they do get a goal. This one, I believe, is going to count. Finds Gauthier, got it back, has a little time. They play catch out high. One-timer from Lacombe, scores! At the line, Caulfield separated from the puck, and transition. Here's a possible 2-on-1. Kreider gets it over, and Leo Carlson has the finish. Handled by Montembeault. Beckett gets his own rebound and wipes it around. Left point, Lacombe. Trouba scores! Kreider in front with the tip. Ducks pressuring at the point, and they get it right back. Washy for Harkins in a hurry, cuts back on the forehand. Oh, big rebound, and Washy scores! Great work in front, and it's 1-1 in Winnipeg. Lacombe dumps it in, and Hellebuyck had to just return to his crease. He couldn't get a piece of it. Point covered by Killorn. Score! Viel was in front, as was Poehling, and half of his total from a year ago is Ryan Poehling doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this shift. Keeps it in at the line. Great play. Here's Killorn, 2-on-1. Score! Washy got a stick on it. Perfetti tries to center. It's loose, and Lacombe will shoot it into the empty net, completing what has been a wonderful hockey game by Jackson. 9 seconds of the power play. Gauthier's pass misses out of the box is Domi, and the Maple Leafs full strength. Lacombe tees one up. Fat rebound, and Gauthier scores.
What a power play.
He bumps with Tavares down low. It comes to the slot. Ian Moore scores.
Great shift again.
Wow.
It's just another forechecking shift.
It's Tuesday night in Winnipeg. Kicks this one out of the corner. Viel with a little drop pass. Wide open. Mintyukov, who scores.
Forecheck again. Forces the turnover.
Viel finds Killorn coming in late, and he scores as that one gets through a leaky Joseph Wall.
Both Seneca and Carlson were in a little bit of trouble there.
Ducks through center. Troy Terry gains the line, brings it to the middle, makes a great pass. Returned over, and Carlson with the tap in. High marks for Viel. He hasn't bit on any of it yet. Ducks win the faceoff. Terry with a passing sequence, and Carlson has his second of the game. Has been featured by a couple of assists for him. Now Kreider across the line, measures, makes the pass across, and they score! Troy Terry with a backhander, able to keep it in. Paling plays it across the zone, and VL comes off the wall with it. Hooks it in front. Great pass. And Gauthier scores. Oh, what a play. He was handcuffed by it.
He was right in the slot, though. He has got to get that puck and shoot it.
To the front of the net. Cutter Gauthier scores. Leo Carlsson quickly gets it back to the line. Carlsson moves it over. Shot by Gauthier. Rebound. Leo scores.
Greer carries behind the net. Trying to get it out in front. Now Rodriguez will pick it up along the boards. Final minute of the period. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. The shot. And they score. AJ Greer. Nosek retrieves for Sabrango. Greer lets it fly. Score!
Battles off the back of the net as Nate Schmidt's wrist shot went wide and now pushed ahead by Paling. Ryan Paling shorthanded trying to get around Mikhail Sergachev, and he scored. Penalty over. McTavish into the middle. He'll shoot. It's behind Vanacek, but it's rescued wide open. Killorn. He scores. Moves it away. Quickly blocked by John Carlson. 2-on-1. VL to Gauthier. Give it to the team's leading goal scorer. He won't miss. Puck moving as now we've entered the final minute of play, and this puck turned over at center. Killorn gives it to Paling, who gives it to Granlund, who hits the empty net. Drops it back to the veteran, and Terry will carry in. Goes through a couple defenders, drops it off. Carlson down the slot, hands it off, and Kreider snaps it home. McTavish gets it back to him. Mason working the top of the zone here on this second power play unit with Lacombe. Lacombe looking for a tip, scores! Took a tumble now. Frees the puck up for Seneca. Seneca comes right in. Score! Beckett, Seneca, and the Ducks have the lead again. Drops it off. Zellweger over to Washy, just wide. Sealing the wall. Front right back into the slot. They score! Troy Terry pops it back. John Carlson keeps it in. Nice job by Granlund to knock it down. He gets it back and scores! Mikhail Granlund has tied the game. And as he rims it around the boards, Thompson chases after it. He loses the puck. Troy Terry is in. Score! Rink wide, a lot of room for John Carlson. He's got Killorn with him, gives it to him. Killorn goes in front and scores on the backhand.
A nice little move by Alex Killorn.
Puts it back down low. Carlson to Carlson. John to Leo. Leo takes the shot, goes off of Lankin and straight up in the air and in. Granlund pokes it in. Kreider brings it in, goes rink wide all the way to Granlund. Granlund takes the shot in and out of the glove. Got the rebound and scored. Mikhail Granlund. Give it a rough ride. Now the loose puck comes to Leo Carlson. Moves it ahead. Kreider for Terry's behind the defense. Now he hits the empty net by the stick of Jeffrey VL. Ball has just 17 points. Here comes Granlund, and he ties the game right down the slot. Gauthier with it again. Middle of the ice, one-timer from John Carlson. Rebound, score! Who else? Mikhail Granlund.
Oh, smart play.
Ducks running out of racetrack, 10 seconds left. Gauthier's shot is blocked. He gets it back. John Carlson picks it up, 5 seconds left. Carlson for Granlund, one-timer. He scores with 1 second left. A hat trick for Mikhail Granlund.
Still learning.
John Carlson whistled one wide and now gets it to the front of the net, and Seneca tips it in. Again to Lacombe at the line across for John Carlson. He looks for a tip that goes wide. VL in front, and Gauthier scores. What a great pass by Jeffrey VL. Back in comes Troy Terry. Great pass across, and Leo Carlson scores. He coughs it up in the slot, and Kreider fires it wide. That's an emergency recall. And there's a shot from Gauthier that gets through Stoll. On right wing, stutter step, poked off his stick. Husso to the bench, 6 attackers as Trouba got it on net. And Carlson scores on the rebound. Oh my. Leo comes through.
Jones, Sabrango with a wrister, blocked in front. Found by Losterine, and the feed, the shot, they got another one! It's AJ Greer!
Drew Hellison for Ryan Paling, supported by Troy Terry. Paling has room with a shot. He scores! Ryan Paling! Alex Killorn, defended by Leddy. Low to high play, Lacombe. This way, Drew Hellison. Good pass. What a goal! Alex Killorn on the back door. Now it's popped out to center ice. Dmitry Orlov broken up. Terry
Terry with a shot turned down. He scores on the rebound.
10th game now in orange. As this one's tipped in by Ryan Poehling. Great look.
Yeah, Panthers having a little bit of difficulty entering the Penguin zone with that puck.
Reinhart does here, stick save, rebound, Greer, he scores!
Lacombe is such an important player for the Ducks this season.
Slash skating Seneca splits the defense, goes right into the goal crease, and scores! Wow. Good hustle play by Blake Coleman, and then Backlund lost it high in the zone. Here comes Leo Carlsson in a hurry. Got it back and scored! He tried to make a pass. Mitkov gets it from his netminder, and a nice little breakout for Anaheim. Room through the neutral zone. Leo Carlsson pulls it in. Back to the forehand. He scores. What a goal.
What a move by Carlsson.
Eklund behind the net for Wenberg coming in off the point, and Dickinson's shot is blocked. That turns the Ducks the other way. Seneca leads the rush 3-on-1. Hooks it over, and Killorn taps it in. Poehling able to get this puck in. McTavish keeps it alive, brings it right to the goal crease, poked off his stick, and followed up and potted home by Frank Petrano.
Still looking for his first NHL goal.
Samoskevich has one tonight. Losterinen has Greer, the empty netter.
Winds down as Cutter Gauthier drops it off for Lacombe. Across the top, it's McTavish. Penalty is over into the slot. Killorn got it on net. Came right to Cutter Gauthier, who scores. McTavish back for Lacombe. 40 seconds in the power play. Gauthier's one-timer scores! And Lacombe gets it back. Kuyan reverses it behind the net. Terry battling. Came right in front. Oh, and a big rebound for Leo Carlsson. He scored!
On the man advantage. Gregor played ahead. Greer, then Gregor. Stopped by Gibson. Wraparound attempt, score! It's A.J. Greer!
Carlsson is there to get it. He'll go rink wide. Poehling brings it through center. Ryan Poehling into the Nashville zone. Goes wide, centers it across, and they score. What a pass by Poehling. Cutter Gauthier is there, right back to Mason, who will quickly feed the point. Trouba across. Lacombe finds a lane. He scores!
What a shot. What a shot. Skating goaltender has to be.
Oh, a one-time rip off the boards by Killorn, and Anaheim has regained the lead. He goes for a skate along the boards and finally loses the puck. VL the other way for Granlund. Granlund splits the defense, goes backhand, stick save, rebound, score! Luno, right to the top of the crease, has tied the game. Back to John Carlson. Granlund pops out to support. McTavish back to Granlund, stopped it on the rebound, they score! Troy Terry. Lacombe into the Edmonton zone, finds room in the middle, nudges it ahead. Ingram makes the save, rebound, score! Troy Terry pounces on the lively rebound. Kreider takes the pass at the blue line, leaves it now for Lacombe. John Carlson puts it up on the glass and in. Ducks straightening out their personnel. Here's a turnover and a score on the rebound for Leo Carlsson.
Face-off.
Granlund wins the draw, and the Ducks score right away. Troy Terry comes off the wall and rips his second of the game. It's 3-2. McTavish takes the feed, drives in, and fans on the shot as Bouchard got a piece of him at the moment of truth. Cutter Gauthier keeps it in. He'll shoot and score! Is it back in, immediately contested. Dives, chops it to the corner. Here's Killorn. Far post, got the rebound and scored! He was trying to get it to Seneca.
Oh, that's a good play by the Ducks.
McDavid throws it away, kept in by Killorn. In front, Poehling scores on the redirect! Short-handed goal! Anaheim up! Once again against Leon Draisaitl. Seems like Draisaitl's taken every draw in this period. Clean win for Leo. Lacombe shot, ricochets, and Gauthier scores! Bouchard fires, that doesn't get through. It's in the equipment of Lacombe. Poehling will shoot at the empty net and hit it with just a minute 10 to play. Anaheim overloading the right side of the zone for the moment. Now they'll try the left side. Carlson gets it right back from Terry for Leo. His shot, rebound, score! Granlund! Nice pass, Seneca to Michikov. Blocker save made by Ingram. Carlson gets it to the net. Little loose rebound. Killorn scores!
McDavid gets away with it.
He sure did. He wiped out Killorn, and now the Ducks with a steal. Granlund sends it ahead. Seneca in. Scores! Bouchard thinks better of the shot and now turns it over. Troy Terry jumping up with Leo Carlsson, 2-on-1. Leo, score! Bumps with Killorn in one, hands it into the Anaheim zone. Lacombe floats it into the empty net. Again to the point. 40 seconds in the power play. Gauthier looks up. Shoots, score! Cutter Gauthier! Separated from the puck. Ducks have the zone. Kreider. Middle of the ice, John Carlson. Granlund. Patient to Leo. Gets it back. Score! Mikael Granlund! Great job by McTavish to keep the puck in the zone for Poehling out of the corner in front. Oh, it's between the legs of Joey. I think it's in. They say no goal. The Ducks think it's in. Lacombe brushes it back, and now a stretch pass ahead. Here's room. McTavish tries to make a pass, and it comes over, and Killorn scores.
Oh, that what a great outlet pass.
It has been an offensive series. These teams scoreless in Game 6. Carlson shot behind Ingram. He scored! Poehling got two. Down by McDavid in the near corner, and he's muscled off the puck. Here comes Leo Carlsson. Taps it ahead, gets it back from Terry. Open is Kreider. He scores! Back to Seneca in his feet, but he keeps it alive. McTavish behind the back. Lacombe again to Gauthier. Scores! And Lacombe will just lift it back to center. Glove down by Bouchard. Knocked away. Kreider gets it over to Leo. Troy Terry scores! Tries to whip it back. That's blocked. And again, the Ducks bounce it to the point. Kreider gets it out. Here's Leo Carlsson. Score!
Seneca there as well. Digs the puck free. Granlund up top. Carlson slides it left. Lacombe drives the net. Lacombe out in front. Granlund score! The drive by Lacombe.
There's Lacombe. Puck deflected in by Viel. Now out in front it comes. They score! The Ducks strike first. Back at Seneca. Gives Anaheim a 1-0. Pass up the middle. Kreider. Again, it's Hanifin back. Troy Terry over to play the puck. In front. Score! 2-0 Ducks. Leo Carlsson.
But then the Mitch Marner bus rolled into the parking lot of Honda Center, and everything changed. There's a puck leaking through, and Anaheim gets on the board. Beckett, Seneca.
Teams, when they're on the road, everything's scheduled out for you. You just got to show up for the bus and show up for the meal and get ready for the game. And
a score right off the pass to Chris Kreider.
Centering feed, opportunity, kick save. Gauthier denied by Connor. Zellweger, the defenseman leading the rush. Viel comes over to help out. Here's a chance. Granlund shot, score! It gets through Carter Hart. Mikael Granlund gives a spin cycle for Seneca to make the pass. That gets through Marner now. Gauthier for Killorn. Side of the net, shot, score! It's in! He'll go across. Wanted Zellweger for the shot there. Here's more, another chance. Look at those stickers. Ian Moore!
Beckett, Seneca. Back to Cutter Gauthier. Shot, save, rebound, score! Beckett, Seneca does it again!
And Leo Carlsson out through center ice. Terry with a dangle. He's in. He sets up Granlund with a shot. He scores! Mikael Granlund brings the house down with a power play goal. Anaheim on the board.